I want to say this: being single, being 40 years old, and being single as a lady is not a death sentence. You must first of all deal with that thought that, oh, I know there's pressure all around you. So that those pressure that you probably receive is what is informing you, making you begin to question yourself. That is then leading you to think that a person, a man who met you wearing trousers, wearing makeup, jewelry, for so many times, you said every time you guys met, that was how he met you. All of a sudden got up to say, you know what? If I'm going to marry you, you will have to give up all of these things. Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of your favorite podcast, Weigh In on This. My name is Effie Francis. Of course, every week I bring you anonymous stories where you get to weigh in with your thoughts, your advice, recommendation, and suggestion. Without further ado, let's get to today's story. I am 40 and single, and someone introduced me to this guy. We started talking, and everything seemed to be going well. Then one day, he casually drops it on me that he is not just a regular churchgoer, but an actual pastor. Fair enough, right? But then he started telling me all these things that I'll have to give up if we get married, like wearing trousers, jewelry, even tiny studs, makeup, wigs, or anything artificial on my hair. Even relaxer is a no go. Oh, and alcohol, not even a sip of wine. The funny thing is, every time we have met, I have been in trousers, full makeup, and jewelry. It's how he met me, so I don't get why he's trying to change me now. And he's not just suggesting it, he's insisting. Honestly, I am torn. I'm 40 and I do want to settle down and have kids. But is giving up all these things worth it? Or am I just being unreasonable? First, let me start by asking you a question. Do you think being single at 40 as a lady is a death sentence? From the last line, you already said, but you're 40. More like you're already thinking at 40, should you have a lot of choices? Should you be making any choice at 40? Now, if I have to tell you the truth, a lot of people would say, go for it. I know there are probably pressures that you're receiving from your family members, pressure from friends, pressure from church, pressure from the maybe the ministry you're serving in your church. I don't even know if you're Christian or not, but pressure from even your neighbors, pressure, just pressure around you. Being 40 and being single as a lady comes with a lot of pressure. As a matter of fact, I think the pressure kicks off from when you turn 30 because people start looking at, oh, she's not married, especially in Africa, specifically in Nigeria, because I'm from Nigeria. So I would use Nigeria as a case study. I want to say this: being single, being 40 years old, and being single as a lady is not a death sentence. You must first of all deal with that thought that, oh, I know there's pressure all around you. So that those pressure that you probably receive is what is informing you, making you begin to question yourself. That is then leading you to think that a person, a man who met you wearing trousers, wearing makeup, jewelry, for so many times, you said every time you guys met, that was how he met you. All of a sudden got up to say, you know what? If I'm going to marry you, you will have to give up all of these things. I do not have a problem with somebody saying to another person, I want you to improve yourself. But it has to be what you want, right? If the premise is already faulty, if the foundation is I am 40, so maybe I should give in because I want to have kids. Yes, everything you want is good, but the situation is not palatable. For somebody to be insisting that you don't wear makeup, wigs, trousers, jewelry, so he can marry you, that's the whole lot you're giving up. I cannot sit here and tell you what to give up, but I want you to really think about this very, very carefully, very deeply. Are you willing to give up these things that you like to adorn yourself with for a man? Just because you want to, because just because you're 40, underlining 40, and because you feel that you shouldn't have a lot of choices at 40. I bet you when you get married to this person, he might be demanding other things that he's not saying now. How are you going to live with yourself? Now, let me bring it back to these things he's already insisting on that you let go of. Are you sure you will not resent yourself and resent him later? Should you go out there and see people just, wear makeup? I am currently wearing makeup. I'm a makeup artist, by the way. I love makeup. It is a gift from God to us, to enhance our beauty. We put down our hair or lift up our hair. We put down our hair like I'm already having. I have a ponytail behind. I also make hair. I love makeup. I don't believe in people not wearing it, but I am not also against people who don't wear it. I believe it's about choice, your choice, my choice. I'm married. My husband did not have a problem with me wearing makeup. When we met, he saw me wearing makeup. As a matter of fact, he knew I was a makeup artist. He liked it. So it's never been a problem. But are there things he has asked that we change about ourselves? Yes. For example, my husband gets to help me when I'm constantly on the watch out for my weight. I don't want to gain weight. There's a specific weight I want to be at and maintain. And when I had my second baby, I put on a lot of weight and I wasn't really happy with the amount of weight I put on. But I know it was only natural because I had a baby. I'm working out, eating healthy to get to a weight that I like because I want to feel comfortable in my own skin. And my husband helps me in some way. And also, I think this food is high in fat. I think this yogurt is high in fat. I think this, have you thought about, because I get to tell him, I think I'm doing all of this and I'm not losing weight. He said, maybe you should check what you're eating. And I began to check and this might be the reason. So helping each other be better is not the problem. It is insisting that you take out everything that you like. If you do not wear makeup, that will be a different story. How about, this is me weighing in on it, don't forget, this is just a suggestion. You don't have to take it. How about this man goes to look for somebody that doesn't wear makeup so that they can complement each other? While you wait for your person who would love you and appreciate the fact that you wear makeup, wear trousers, and like to, sometimes wear artificial hair just to enhance your beauty. But again, the fact that you need to be able to deal with your insecurities, your fears. I think this man perceived that you're desperate at 40. So he's able to put all of those things before you and try to control you to say it is either you give up these things or I will not marry you. I don't think you want to give anybody such control over your life. It is not healthy. It is unhealthy to give anybody, any human being, such control. There are a lot of people who married early, whose marriages have gone down the drain now. They are no longer together. Oh, they'll say, I married at the age of 21, but at 40, they're divorced. There are also people who married a bit late and their marriages are going well smoothly. They're enjoying their home. Pressure should not be why. And there is then self pressure where you put pressure on yourself. And guess what? Self pressure usually comes from societal pressure, family pressure, where you begin to compare yourself with other people. Perhaps you have friends who are now married or who are currently planning their wedding and they're asking you, and people have people come around you to pray for you unsolicitedly to say, don't worry, you are next in line to marry. Every singles program, you are being dragged to go. Every prayer for single to marry, you are being encouraged to go. Those things can put pressure on you. You need to be able to tell yourself that it is not your fault that you're not married at the age of 40 and it is not a death sentence. So see that there are a lot of people who are divorced before 40 and there are people who marry after 40 and they have a healthy marriage. Am I then saying it is wrong to marry early? No. I got married at the age of 29 going to 30. When I was 28 years old, I got out of a toxic relationship. I just got out and I was giving myself time to relax and really just wait on God to give me my own man. There was a brother in my church. We're friends in church. And we had one of the programs, I was serving in the drama ministry. And so we had all night. And one of it, we were gisting while we had the break. And he asked me, Effie, and we were talking, and he said, I have not heard you not mention anything about when you're getting married or something. I'm like, come on, I just got out of a toxic relationship. I'm giving myself time. And he looked at me like this, Effie, at 28 years old, you don't have a serious relationship. It is bad, though. No, 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 no. It is unheard of. And when he said that, for the first time in my life, I didn't have a response. I just went dumb. My brain froze. I didn't know what to say. And it took me hours. Hours. I had to go home from that on. I didn't say a word to him. I went home and I had to process it. And I asked myself, how dare he say that to me? The next day or the 2 days after, I went to church and I called him to the side. I said, you and I are age mates. You're not married. You think that because you're a guy, you are freedom. You have whatever. He said, no. I said, listen to me. Don't you ever say that to me again. Don't you ever. You are not married at 28. I'm not. I just told you I got off a toxic relationship. You didn't bother to, focus on that. You were telling me like you own my life. That at 28 I should, because that's what happens in families as well. You're not married at the age of 40. Hey, you're not married, 40 years old, single. Your life has ended. Your life is over. You're not married. When will you have children? Have you not heard of menopause? 40 years, that's when menopause starts. You will no longer be able to bear children. You are a disgrace. If you like, have money, have a good job, be a CEO. You are nothing without, if you don't have the title Mrs. before your name, you are an utter failure. You probably have heard this. Your family members, your friends, people have said all kinds of things to you. But I tell you, they will not be the one to go into this marriage with you. They will laugh. They will not be there when you will resent this man and resent yourself if you ever go into this marriage, giving up these things you love. You probably have heard so many things that have made you think, let me just do it. 40, come on, I'm old. You're not old. You're 40. For whatsoever reason that you're still single, it's not your fault. Do not satisfy your family, satisfy the desires of your family, satisfy the desires of your church, dissatisfying yourself, only for you to hate yourself for it. If this is what you think you can take, you can enjoy, if you're going to enjoy your life, not endure, enjoy with this said man, why not? Go ahead. But be sure that it's what you really, really want. Okay? God bless you. Okay, community member, I'm waiting on it. As much as I know, it is now left for you to leave a kind, empathetic, and respectful comment. What should this lady do? This is where I tell you to please subscribe, like this video, share, okay? Leave a comment, engage. When you like this video, YouTube will then recommend, the algorithm will take it to so many, many more people. You might just be helping the person who is going through this, but I've not sent in your story. And if you would like to send in your story, send your story to wiotipod@gmail.com, and I will make sure that your story gets out very, very quickly. Every one of you have been leaving a comment, who have been so kind to engage in this post, who have been so kind to engage in this content. God bless you richly. Thank you so much. Keep sharing, keep the train moving, okay? So this is where I draw the curtain. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will see you again very, very soon. Remember, you're the most amazing person God made. You're unique, you're distinct. No one else is like you. God bless you. Love you. Bye.